The scariest level of discipline is the kind that makes people look at you with fear. It's not about loud displays or showing off. It's quiet, relentless, and unstoppable. When you reach this level, your mind obeys you completely. You do what needs to be done without hesitation, without excuses, and without anyone having to push you. People see it and they feel it. They sense a power that comes from absolute control over yourself. Everyone wants to be disciplined. Most people think discipline is just following a schedule, waking up early, or avoiding distractions. But that's only the beginning. There's a level of discipline that goes beyond habits. It's quiet, relentless, and almost terrifying to those who witness it. This is the level where people look at you with fear, not because you threaten them physically, but because they sense your unstoppable consistency, your unshakable focus, and your refusal to bow to weakness. At this level, discipline becomes part of who you are. It's no longer something you think about or force yourself to do. You don't need motivation. Motivation is temporary, but this kind of discipline lasts. It becomes natural. Your body and mind move as one, obeying your decisions without hesitation. You do what needs to be done because it is non-negotiable, not because you feel like it. Most people never reach this level. They give up when things get hard. They wait for inspiration or look for shortcuts. They stop when discomfort arrives. But the scariest level of discipline thrives in discomfort. It grows in pain. It strengthens in the moments when everything inside you screams to quit. Every failure, every hard day, every obstacle becomes a tool to sharpen your focus and build your willpower. People notice this discipline even if you don't say a word. They notice how you control your time. They notice how you stay calm under pressure. They notice how you can resist temptations that destroy others. That quiet power makes them uneasy. It's not arrogance, it's precision. You move through life with purpose, and your energy communicates one clear message: you are not controlled by weakness. Discipline at this level affects everything. Your health, your work, your relationships, and your mind all improve because your decisions are no longer scattered. You don't waste energy on things that don't matter. Every action has intention. Every habit is built to strengthen your future. You start to see the world differently. Challenges don't scare you. Obstacles don't stop you. Life becomes a series of tests, and you are ready for all of them. But this level is lonely. Most people cannot understand it. They don't see the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, or the small victories that accumulate over time. They only see the results and assume luck or talent was enough. They don't realize that your mind has been trained to obey you. Your focus is sharper than anyone else's because you fought for it every single day. This kind of discipline doesn't announce itself. You don't need to post about it or prove it. It's visible in your actions, in your posture, in the quiet confidence you carry. People feel it when they interact with you. They notice your consistency. They notice that you finish what you start. They notice that you don't let excuses or distractions interfere. That's what makes it scary. It's not a threat they can fight. It's a force they can only respect or envy. The scariest level of discipline comes from mastery over yourself. You have learned to control your impulses. You have learned to endure pain without complaint. You have learned to focus on long-term goals while ignoring short-term comfort. This mastery is what separates ordinary people from extraordinary ones. Ordinary people chase motivation. Extraordinary people create it internally and never let it fade. Every time you resist temptation, every time you push through discomfort, every time you do the hard thing because it needs to be done, you are building this level of discipline. It accumulates silently. It becomes more powerful than any skill, any talent, or any advantage you could gain elsewhere. And once it reaches a certain point, people can see it, they sense it, and they feel a quiet fear, the kind that comes when someone realizes they are looking at a mind and a will that cannot break. This is not about being harsh or cold. It's about being consistent, relentless, and fully committed to your growth. The scariest level of discipline is not loud. It is not flashy. It is invisible until it is undeniable. It is seen in your habits, your calm in chaos, your focus in distraction, and your ability to rise when others fall. It is a discipline so extreme that people instinctively recognize its power and feel awe, envy, and fear all at once. And this is why it works. Because once you reach this level, nothing can stop you. Life throws obstacles, pain, or failure, and you move through it. You don't complain, you don't hesitate, you don't quit. You keep building, day after day, moment after moment. You are no longer just disciplined. You are unstoppable. And people notice. They look at you, and they see the scariest level of discipline in action, the kind that makes them respect, admire, and maybe even fear what you're capable of.
Now that you understand what the scariest level of discipline looks like, let's see how it works in real life. This level doesn't come from luck. It doesn't come from talent. It comes from choices repeated over and over, even when you feel tired, frustrated, or bored. Every small action adds up, and soon people start noticing a difference, not just in what you do, but in how you move through the world. Look at the most disciplined people you know. Maybe it's an athlete, a student, a business owner, or someone who seems calm no matter what happens. What do they all have in common? They stick to what matters. They follow their routine no matter how uncomfortable it is. They finish their work even when everyone else is distracted. They say no to things that pull them off course, and they do this day after day, year after year. This is the foundation of the scariest level of discipline. The scariest level of discipline also comes from mastering your mind. Most people think discipline is about forcing the body, but true discipline begins in the mind. You train yourself to stop questioning, stop whining, stop giving excuses. You act because it is necessary. You move because you decided to move. This is why people fear it, because it shows a level of control most cannot imagine. Every tough decision, every moment of resistance, every time you choose the hard path over the easy one, your discipline grows stronger. It becomes visible in your actions, habits, and presence. People sense it even without words. They notice how you don't get distracted, how you don't complain, and how you consistently do the right thing. That quiet, unwavering consistency is intimidating to anyone who has not reached that level. Let's break it down further. The scariest level of discipline shows itself in three main areas. First, physical discipline. You take care of your body, not for vanity, but because it is part of your system of control. You exercise consistently, eat with purpose, and avoid things that damage your energy. You don't cheat yourself because you understand your future self will pay the price. People see this and respect it. They notice your energy, your posture, and your endurance. Second, mental discipline. You control your thoughts, focus, and attention. Distractions don't shake you. You handle stress calmly. You think clearly when others panic. This is terrifying to some because they know their own mind is full of excuses and weakness, and you have learned to master yours. Your mental toughness allows you to make decisions calmly, take calculated risks, and stay consistent under pressure. Third, emotional discipline. You manage your feelings. Anger, fear, frustration, or boredom do not rule your actions. You feel them, but you do not let them dictate your choices. You stay composed when situations are chaotic. People notice this calm energy, and it unnerves them because it shows a person who is unshakable, unbreakable, and fully in control. The scariest level of discipline also has a ripple effect. It doesn't just change you, it changes how others see you. People who are around you may start questioning their own habits. They may feel a subtle pressure to improve. This is why some fear disciplined people, not because they threaten them directly, but because they highlight their own weaknesses. When your discipline is absolute, it forces reflection, accountability, and change in those who observe it. Discipline at this level is built through pain and repetition. Every time you wake up early when you don't want to, every time you finish a task when your mind wants to quit, every time you resist temptation or avoid shortcuts, you are sharpening your willpower. Over time, your actions compound. One small decision repeated consistently becomes a massive advantage. This is what separates ordinary people from extraordinary ones. It's important to understand that fear here is not about cruelty. People fear disciplined individuals because they have seen what is possible. They see someone who moves past excuses, someone who is consistent even without applause, someone who can achieve long-term goals while others flounder in comfort. That fear is actually respect. It is the acknowledgement of someone who has reached a level of control most cannot imagine. Now, here's the truth. You can reach this level too, but it demands sacrifice, focus, and repetition. You must choose to do the hard things even when no one is watching. You must push past laziness, boredom, and pain. You must learn to act without relying on feelings or motivation. Discipline is learned, not inherited. And the higher you go, the scarier you become to the world because you show what's possible when the mind fully leads the body. Remember, the scariest level of discipline is silent, invisible, and unstoppable. People notice the results before they notice the effort. They sense the power in your consistency. They feel the calm confidence in your presence. And they instinctively know you are not like them. You have built a mind and a body that obey, a focus that cannot be broken, and a determination that doesn't quit. When you embrace this path, life becomes different. Challenges don't intimidate you. Failure doesn't shake you. Pain doesn't stop you. You keep moving forward. You train in silence. You grow in consistency. You achieve more than people thought possible. And when they look at you, they see a person who is beyond ordinary discipline, someone who has reached the scariest level. That level is earned, not given. It's built moment by moment, day by day, through choices others refuse to make. And once you reach it, the world looks at you differently. Not because you shout, not because you brag, but because you have mastered something most never will: yourself. That is the ultimate proof of discipline, the kind that inspires awe, respect, and even fear.